Hello, and in today's video we'll take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. Now for this side of the map I added the capitals layer after a while, because as you can tell I have an old capitals layer. Number 1's updated, number 2 it really doesn't look nice. For example, the pink team has 3 capitals based off this math and their current one. But anyways, the first event will be the Slabistan. It's not gonna go to there, of course. Like, their whole colony rebels. Now, they're very peaceful, so they, of course, let them become a thing. I want to add a major cities. I'm going to add a major cities layer a different time. But that is their capital. And you just see some stands letting go of that country that. Where are you from? Now, next event. This area is a pretty new, but there's a lot of small countries. Now, this alliance, I'm counting I think I have to erase this one. There's already a member. Anyways, I kind of. No, I did not. Ideology layer is painful. You know, but. Anyways. This neutral. Anyways, we see these two invade each other. These guys may look very small, but they are a humongous colonial type country. Marching into the territory, trying to take all of this. And this happens. Making their a lot of war as they liberate this and start invading a lot. And in the most north part of No Rebels, this pink rebellion sweeps. And then on the far south, this new magenta rebellion completely takes over the country. And they have to agree to peace. This country takes all land they've occupied, becoming like the Scottish superpower. First up, this leads them to become in. Gonna turn off the name layer. this. Anyways, I'm not gonna put another name layer for it because it's not weird. So yeah, and the reason we're not having a lot of expansions because, well, you know, the reason why. Aside from a couple events. But I mean now. They have Greenland making a huge expansion. Now looking or this Iceland. Now they look pretty huge. They're considered a colonial empire. Oh, and also capital will be right here. So yeah. The next event is something. This purple country has a lot of instability. It's a rebel group. As you can tell, a lot of rebel groups are taking it over. It's like a weird government cycle thing. And so they decide to raid this green team, but then their own government instability. Then making a new green team. But then there's this. It's just a really weird country, and so in the election, the country split into north and into south. So they take that. And in the capital's south. The place I could actually fit it, yeah. So anyways, there's like, this area is pretty chaotic. But there being no real dominant power, all blue team states. And since I have so much empty space, making a Kyrgyzstan nation, which will not have a capital, because I don't want to make one right now. But there's like these two countries that are formed around the lake, being around this lake. Get big. And also it owns this. Yeah, in this lake country. So anyways, it's two countries. As well as there being Caspia. No, Caspia doesn't own all of Caspia. It's weird. But, and in fact, there is more than one Caspias, which all are next to each other. It's pretty stupid how it works. So this is what's known as the Division of Caspia. Which is a stupid name, considering that these are just all random countries that are settling this weird amount of Caspian chaos. So there's like multiple countries around it, as well as there being a lot of border disputes. For some reason, border's a straight line. I didn't even make it that way, so like I don't even know what happened. So like it's not even my fault. Some borders are pretty stupid. But it's like a stupid idea that they decided to make for absolutely no reason. The division of Caspia happened. These are all like relatively new countries. I'm just finding a good. That's actually a nice color. So anyways, 7 Caspian countries are formed. This is nicknamed the Caspian Conduct, as I'm going to focus on Caspia this episode a lot. Well, not necessarily Caspia, but Caspian area, because Caspia is pretty unstable. Example of that being this. New Korean countries here, but anyways, this is green rebels. So they overthrow half of it. I am going to give them capitals. All of these things. But where are the countries on now? Yeah, they're on the background. So anyways. Oh, yeah. In this area, there is this big rebel group. So this country is probably screwed. They're not screwed. They like take all they need. Make a treaty saying that this line will be the boundaries. So yes, they own that part of Caspian stuff. Or they just take this. They will have a really good capital. That being right here. So there's like so many Caspia. So this is Caspia. this area looks better than here. That's why I'm taking a break from like this Asia area, but I'm still doing here. So like the line is about like, I mean, I'm cutting off this for now. I'm focusing on right this. Example being Treaty of. They buy some land from the red team. These countries right now are very. This country also needs a capital. So yes. Not only that, but Golov is one of the friendliest countries in the world. Let's this breakaway region become a country. Why? It's because they're very friendly. So yeah. So I'm using a line shape for a bit, so I can like do some adding it back because I want to. Actually, I like a line shape. No, like yeah, actually. You know what? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna start some exploration. 500. Big Iceland expansion. Finally discovering the Americas. And like just a bit more. Most of these areas are discovered but inhabitable. Of course, immediately, this colonizer, because I'm pretty sure they're colonizers, decides to claim like all of this. The international community actually does recognize this big claim as a real claim. It's pretty crazy. And I don't know how, but this is probably unrealistic. But yeah, there's civilization here. It's the natives. But it's a very small civilization and it won't expand. Everything else here is on the tribal level, but they've met these other people. They'll have a capital, of course. They've met with a lot of countries somehow. So anyways, yeah. Very unrealistic, but new country, I guess. And another event that we have to do this country is peacefully annexed into this country. No more, that capital is gone. Take it. Why is this up two capitals? Oh. If I check IDO, I don't understand this. And the big team takes this, of course. Put back right. And they only have one capital, of course. The next event. First, the reason this is happening is because they leave, which is very controversial. which leads to an event like this, which is not good. The Liberal Republic of West Spania, or West Spain, takes control and they create a capital. And Golov being semi-expansionist it is, because of course it isn't that expansion. But they hate this move. They hate them leaving. They're pretty mad. So what do when they get mad? They annex it. Yes, they annex this whole country. So this country is gonna be darker blue. If I wanted to make a tint, or I'm trying to like make Golov closer to their original color. No, like it's like green, like this. Take off the shape. Yeah, I got the original color. And that is going to be it for this video. See y'all in the next one.